So if you guys have rocked with us long enough, you guys know that before we do our first best ball of the season, we always do a first look, basically the three of us, and try to formulate what our combined ranking would look like. And I purposely this year didn't look at this at all, so I have no idea where they have it. So you guys can literally steer this conversation wherever you want. Gov also has done the research for us and has our previous season projections up. So you guys saw that last week. So we'll give you more of a player take in this episode. So if you guys could like and subscribe, it means a lot. I want to get that off the top. There's a lot of people who have been watching recently. We've got a lot of good analytics in terms of watchability and those metrics. But if you want us to continue to do this on a more consistent basis, a like and subscribe goes a long way. It really does. So it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us out tremendously. But how are we doing today, guys? Donnie, Gov?
Good. I find it very interesting, some of these rankings so far, though.
I haven't looked at a single one of them.
I've looked at a couple positions. I think it's very interesting. A lot similar to last year. I feel like we're going to hit on very similar points early on in the first round and a half or so.
So did you, because I purposely wanted to keep this a surprise for me. So did you guys want to go position by position? Did you want to just do it in all overview at first?
I think we should get our top 5 set first, right? At least.
I wasn't even going to look at switching positions now. I just wanted to let's just start going through and being just point out the outliers. That's what I want to do. Let's just go through and get the outliers before we start systematically doing the first round or the second round. So first things first. Oh, this makes me feel so good seeing 5 running backs in the first round with Derrick Henry at 13 right outside of it.
Yep.
Oh, all these running backs going fine. Oh, it makes me feel so good.
And I think that's why, because we actually profited last year, just barely, but we did profit, if you looked at our portfolio. And it was because we weren't afraid to take running backs last year, and it really paid off. I mean, we got Derrick Henry late. We made some good picks. Now we got Daniels was a good quarterback selection.
That's what my team was built off personal last year, and it smashed. I mean,
yeah. I just thought people were undervaluing running backs this season, and Gov's right. So far, I don't think people will do that. Maybe this is a year where we go back to more wide receiver heavy, because we do see people overreact. I love Barkley. If he fell to me in a position, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm not making him a priority. I wouldn't have him number 2 in my overall.
I mean, that's the tough part, because what we know about Barkley is he's probably going to have about 5 touchdowns stolen from a minimum, just based off of tush push. And they've got another good goal line back now as well with A.J. Dillon. So maybe they sub him out more to get that workload down a bit.
And they have Shipley in the back.
They have A.J. Dillon. I don't think Boston Scott or Kenny Gaywell would have been any different.
I'd be more worried about Shipley, though. I think Shipley could eat it.
Maybe he will get all that work again, but I don't think it's a great recipe. If you want to play the postseason next
year. I agree. I think this could be a down year for some of these running backs.
And a down year for Saquon is not that's just, you need to get the workload down, not worry about his stats.
Well, that's also the thing. I think people overreact. Sometimes you have to react live and draft. Gov, you just recently did a dynasty draft. Sometimes you were like, oh, this guy, he has too much potential. I have to take him here.
That's also a dynasty draft. That's with a bunch of my buddies and that. So I intentionally overpicked on certain players I wanted, although I'm pissed off I don't have Ted McMillan, the guy who hasn't trade him to me. It pisses me off.
But I guess that's my greater point. I think we are allowed to do that too as fans. The 3 of us probably have some biases, or maybe we have a guy we agree on. and we'll overdraft them, and that's part of the fun for me as well. I think sometimes people try to get, they try to be too right about it. They try to be too analytical.
Although it's not bad being somewhat analytical, because I agree with your first thought, Logan. I do think because all these running backs are going to go early, I either want to make sure I get the one or two guys that I actually want, or I'm fine going wide receiver heavy until it's late. Because that's usually that was what killed us last year, or killed me a lot last year. Is I like to get my running back early and have to throw running back and that kind of strategy. But when everyone's letting running backs drop, so many guys can get two better wide receivers than me before they get their first running back, and their first running back isn't even that bad of a running back.
You get J.K. Dobbins or something who went for 8 weeks.
Last year, I got Derrick Henry at the end of the second round.
Yeah, we did. We all did, I think. Every single one of us.
That. You're getting Barkley didn't go that early. Think of the big five. Chase Brown was going in the late third. If you had him all year, you had one extremely solid running back.
I think last year we got a team with Bijan and Henry, or at least I did in personal, where it was right.
And it wasn't
crazy.
hard. It wasn't hard, and you had a top flight wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because you took that guy early and still got those two running backs. But I think this year is going to be the year where there's going to be a little more premium on the running backs. So I want to get my one guy early still, like I've been doing.
Yes.
But that will be more helpful because of the premium that everyone else should have. And I can pick out the wide receivers I want. That's why it's I'm looking at the top 5 running backs. I don't hate who they are or their positions, honestly. Just looking at that, before we get to the outliers in the stuff, I think Barkley's the number 1 running back. Is there any disagreement there?
No.
I personally think Bijan and Gibbs is a coin flip, and I think they are 2-3.
I think it's a coin flip as well, but to me, Ty goes to the less crowded backfield.
Which is true.
That's Bijan.
And that might be. Algier's not anything but I agree. There's no if that's what you want to say and go Bijan, that's fine. But again, I think that's a coin flip right there. I could easily see going Gibbs over Bijan. No doubt about that.
I do have a question though, because you guys aren't Lions fans. Do you think the offensive coordinator influences his draft position at all? Forget what you actually think will happen, but how do you think people are going to do people consider that? Is that a mistake? Because the offense is different.
I mean, people might care, but I honestly think a fresh face might say this is Gibbs' backfield now.
I do have a rumor about that.
There's a chance he gets old school Kamara work.
Yeah, this could just be Montgomery's on the end of his deal, and Gibbs could just have a breakout year because we want to get the backfield going.
So the rumor is he's coming from Denver. He likes to throw the ball deep, and he likes to run the ball, to set up the play action. But he already came out and said he wants to use. He told Gibbs he's got to know how to run more screens, and he's got to know how to run out wide as a wide receiver more. So is that off-season speak to throw people off and just be oh yeah, we want our weapon to be more involved? Everyone says that.
I mean, I would love if my running back could be greater at screens and slot options and stuff. That's great.
Yeah,
turn every running back into Christian McCaffrey. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great in theory. The problem is, granted, I love Gibbs and I love the talent he brings. If that's just not who he is, that isn't who he is at some point.
No, he thinks he
but
can
agree. But I think we all agree, he could be.
He could be.
No one, which is why I think, again, I don't hate that running. I don't hate having McCaffrey fourth behind those 3 guys. If he's healthy, he should be a top running back. There's no reason he shouldn't.
I will say, I don't hate having McCaffrey 4. But I would not mind moving him down a spot, or maybe.
I don't think.
Again, if you want to put him in the tier with Henry and Genty, and just say again, those 3 guys are also sort of a rock paper scissors coin flip, that's fine with me.
That's where I'm at as well.
I can't.
But those tops 5 or 6 running backs, I don't think there's a problem with I think that's actually 7. But like,
I
even
wouldn't put.
like-
all I'm saying is I wouldn't put McCaffrey close to the tier 1 guys right now.
See, I would. So if you guys want me, that's fine. But
the whole, I don't know, the arthritis and whatnot, tendonitis, that scares me a bit on his Achilles.
I have him ahead of Bijan Robinson.
if he comes out with like the like extra compression sleeve or something on his legs, I'm going to be really upset with Christian.
The reason I have Christian so high is because I think they'll need him, and I've never bought into like trying to predict injuries.
Well, this isn't predicting an injury. This is what he has. He will have it for the rest of his life.
True.
It's just the case. That is true.
That might be true, but I feel like some people play different. You know, they can carry things different. Like we saw Todd Gurley retire. You know,
right? Because he had this, a tendonitis-like issue, and he couldn't play through it. But he was more physical. McCaffrey's not that same physical guy. He's
that's exactly my point.
He tries to be more elusive in that. So
yes.
That's true.
So it's a completely different style, and McCaffrey's value could just turn into, I'm going to be in and be the guy who will catch every pass that's thrown to me, and maybe I can't break away anymore, but I'm still going to catch the pass that I'll get down and won't break for extra yards.
That's a good point, though, because DraftKings is a PPR best ball website. Some are not, so that, if you guys are exclusive over on DraftKings, that's good to know. I'm just saying, without Deebo Samuel, I think they'll be in closer games and could be losing. I think that all favors Christian McCaffrey, actually.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Like, the offense is sort of built for, like, if McCaffrey's a dual weapon in the backfield, it runs really well. Because it's got 3 great receivers, but none of them are really, like, super, like, blow the doors off the roof deep threats. They're all, like, guys that are really good at getting behind everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they're working to stop McCaffrey in the run game, it's perfect.
I'm not ready to die in the hill either. So if you guys wanted to move him down like 1, or we wanted to move him up, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not making my stand.
I just all I'll say is that tier.
Go, Donnie.
Yeah, all I'll say is I think that tier is where I'm at. I wouldn't put him with that top tier of guys, but he's definitely either on a second tier by himself or with the other 2.
Okay.
See, I don't think like we get to once you get to Achane, that's where it's like I would want to start looking at this.
I also
would
really
take
like
Jonathan Taylor above Achane, honestly.
I really like McCaffrey's backup as well. I think he's very talented in Garendo. So
I think you may need to if you take McCaffrey, you should overpick Garendo. Whatever his ADP is.
I agree with that.
Yeah, whatever his ADP is, you need to take Garendo. Like I feel like that's the one like insurance handcuff I would make sure I have.
Would you like to know his ADP? Because I just looked for it.
Sure. What is Garendo's ADP?
Garendo is at a pretty good 145 right now. So not a bad spot to reach for, third or fourth.
I was about to say, so he goes about in the 11th.
Yeah.
So if you took Garendo
in the 10th?
In the 9th or 10th, I could see that. Like, you should have your team by then. You're really only getting, like, your first backup at, like, pick 9.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have your quarterback. You'll have your starting wide receivers, your starting running backs, your tight end, your flex. And you'll have, like, maybe your backup quarterback or your first main backup. At that point, you could just pick Garendo. Okay. I could see that.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. But I agree. If you do get McCaffrey, that makes sense. Got to get his backup.
Right. Like that just tells me like, so I know if I pick McCaffrey in the 1st, my 9th or 10th round pick is already made.
Yeah. On top of that, I think it's decent to note the little fact of, I think we've just got so much talent now in the running game. Do we want to hinder ourselves into a backfield that's week 14 bye, which is by itself, but I don't think there's many teams with a week 14 bye. Not that I'm seeing anywhere.
I kind of want to put Bucky ahead of H.
I'm
100%. Yes.
I was going to say I'm good with
just
putting
move
Taylor
Bucky straight up to ahead of H.
Honestly, I would put I would put the other 2 running backs behind Achane also ahead. That's like
just like this, right?
Achane Jacobs, like Achane's explosiveness over the old Jacobs. Like I'll take that. I'll take that as like a coin flip.
I'm more of
you don't leave that, honestly. Chase Brown going to have another solid year with Cincy.
Okay.
What was his injury last year? What was Chase Brown's injury? Because I thought it was pretty bad.
Actually, I forget.
I'm going to double check.
I want to say it was like something with his calf. I think it was like lower leg.
It was
Johnny,
a right ankle sprain, so not as bad as I thought.
If you're really confident on Jacobs, I'll put him ahead.
I think I'm low on Achane, more than confident on Jacobs. But I do love Josh Jacobs, so that's also a bias. We brought Achane down really far the past 2 seasons, so
yeah, I'm kind of entertained. I actually think Achane's pretty good this year because I do think McDaniels has to perform well. I think that offense actually will take a step back.
Who was his back? Do we remember? I'm pulling up the roster.
It's another fast running back, right?
It's Jalen Wright, the young.
Right, yeah.
So some guy we played in preseason last year, Logan, if I'm not mistaken.
We did.
So very similar skill set.
Okay, Gov, you break the tie. Josh Jacobs ahead of Devin Achane?
As long as you make sure you do it like this. Grab Achane. Drag him down.
Drag him down.
Okay.
That way, it doesn't move Jacobs up to like middle of the second round.
Agreed.
He still gets like 22nd pick, but Achane's not now in the middle of the second round.
Yeah.
I'm watching those numbers on the left. If you drag a guy down, it brings him down to that point. If you drag a guy up, like if you would have dragged Jacobs up, it would have just put them both at like 16, 17.
That's true. I got to be more mindful of that.
And I like 5 or 6 spots, like that's half a round.
As much as I like Kyren Williams, Blake Corum is a real thing.
Oh yeah, like I almost want to. I would say put Kyren down below Brees.
Yeah. I'm shocked Brees is going as low as he is.
Although, like, even scroll down a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we might not need to move anybody because, like, okay, like Kyren, Brees, James Cook, I'm kind of with them. Hampton should be amazing now that it's only person behind, he's got to deal with is one-eyed Najee.
Yeah,
Najee will be good for the start of the year.
I'm sure he will. But I'm sure he'll be Najee.
He did get hurt already.
Well, he firework accident, so wasn't football.
At least he's got all his fingers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I'm not really as much as I like want to put someone ahead of Kyren. I don't want to put Kyren down like 5 spots. I'm looking at where he's getting picked. I'm like, I think switching him and Brees and like moving Kyren down below Brees would be right. Yeah. Maybe down below Cook, but I don't think he needs to be going much farther than that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with putting him ahead or putting Hall ahead of Williams.
Well, yeah, I would put Hall ahead of Williams, but like Gov said, bring Williams down more than Brees.
Yeah, make sure to drag Williams down when you do it.
I'll try to bring everyone down. Just try to make that practice.
Well, sometimes I might want you to put someone up.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'll let you know because I'm looking at the numbers on the left. And you got to remember those numbers correlate to the ADP and the draft order.
Since his name is here, by the way, how do we feel about Kamara? Do we think this is like the dumbed down year for Kamara? They're getting ready to replace him, new coaching staff, or do we think it's just ride him with Shaw or whatever?
I think they're this whole organization just looks like they're riding it out one year to see what everything they got, see what they can.
Kamara's on the trade bubble at the middle of the pack year, though, potentially.
I think him and Olave are the same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I agree, and New Orleans is going to suck all year.
Okay.
So
I was on that page.
Guy on a bad team, yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys James Cook's fan? Because I would have all 3 of the running backs behind him ahead.
I would not. I think James Cook's a very good back.
I think he's going to get solid work there in Buffalo. They've shown they were willing to use him. It's just he might have broke down a little bit end of the year, which is like, I mean, you could see that coming.
I guess that's why I like Hampton. Like I like the rookie. He's got fresh legs. We've seen with Harvard, he likes to, he likes to run it back.
I agree. I do like Hampton, but like they're basically going near the same number. It's not too much different. Like I don't think
wondering if you guys are strong on it. I'm pretty strong, but it seems like I'm out.
No, yeah, you're by yourself on that one.
Scroll down a little bit more on. I was about to say, scroll down a little bit more on.
Can I request? I just want to ask one thing. Can we move Hubbard up a couple spots to be like in the same coin flip as Kamara at that 48 range?
Yeah, if you wanted to move Chuba, just like move Chuba right ahead of Kamara.
Yeah. So we can get ahead of the pack there.
Yeah, so before the 50, the top 50. Yeah.
I will say
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That's not bad.
I'm lower
now
on
we're starting to now we start getting at the next 5 or 6. I only really like Connor in that range.
I was thinking the same thing. I'd rather Connor over Mixon.
Like the rookies are tempting, but not really.
But I agree with that. I will tell you this. Henderson will 100% be that third down back out of the backfield. They're going to check it down to him. But that's not enough for me to bring him to, to be the what Brown would this be?
Let's see. So this
I don't want him to be my RB2 or 3. Maybe 3, but not this early.
Pick 62, so you are talking like 5th round. So
yeah,
you would be talking like RB2, maybe RB3 if you were RB heavy.
Yeah. I'm not willing to do that.
By the way, I just don't think Mixon will get the workload he got last year. Like they brought
in the guys below Henderson, you would put you would be willing to take as your RB2 because that's the range we're in. Like this is like 5th round, 6th round.
I think Swift with Ben Johnson makes a lot of sense.
No, Ben Johnson does not like Swift. By the way,
I was going to say, didn't they overlap a little?
Yeah,
did they overlap?
He got rid of him right away. He was not a fan. Like basically that first offseason, he was already pissed off at him, and then they traded him that season.
That's when Swift went to Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys want to move Connor. So I was just going to say, Mixon just won't get the workload. And I think a lot of his success last year was the workload. And I just think Nick Chubb could eat into it. So I'm okay with going ahead of Mixon. Would you put him ahead of Walker?
I would put Connor 100% ahead of Mixon. And I think, I would put him ahead of Walker, honestly.
Yeah, I would move Connor up ahead of Walker.
Because Walker has a new offense, entirely. I don't know what the...
I mean, the quarterback Sam Darnold, and I think they'll be very 2 running back heavy this year. Not like maybe at the same time, but definitely usage wise. They have 2 backs that are really good.
So is there any other running back that you guys want to mention? Obviously, before we did a draft, we would probably do another dry run just over positions. But anyone?
I would definitely move Aaron Jones above Montgomery. I don't know how you guys feel, but I would move Montgomery down, I should say.
Okay, moving.
Yeah, I would definitely move Montgomery
down. I don't want Pacheco. Judkins just got arrested for domestic violence. So is he going to be suspended?
Well, like again, I saw the charge. So it was battery and a domestic violence charge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So that means
does he get suspended?
Well, you got realize what that means legally. Battery, domestic violence charge. He was involved in a fight at a house.
Yeah.
Where the cops deemed it he did not try to hurt anyone intentionally. That's why it's not assault. It's battery, which means he was involved in an altercation, and it was a domestic violence, which means it was at a resident.
And if it's not severe, and
so he got in a fight with his family, and the cops were called. That's essentially what happened. It could easily all go away.
It could.
Don't be surprised about that. This may be honestly nothing.
And to that point, the NFL.
But he did spend the night in jail, allegedly.
No, yeah, as one would. They would have been arrested and arraigned on that stuff. He also would have been let out on bail of his own recognizance, probably.
But my main point is, let's not forget, the NFL does not like to punish, and unless it's a severe case, they want to let the legal system.
Again, this is not an assault case or anything like that. It's not anything major, and it could easily be thrown out.
Main point is David Montgomery comes down on the list under Aaron Jones at minimum.
I do think, yes, you drop Montgomery under Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
Like now he's him, Jones, Pacheco, all sort of the same range. Jukins, like the problem child's really. It's like, do I trust Aaron Jones in the backfield of Minnesota? Montgomery's going to lose touches. Pacheco. What the hell, Jukins?
I forgot that Mason is the backup for Jones, though. Now.
That's what I mean. Like, do I really trust what they're going to do with Aaron Jones in that backfield? Or is it going to go back to looking like Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in Green Bay? That's not fun.
Man, that Pittsburgh backfield's still so gross.
I do think Tony Pollard could be moved up.
Who is his backup right now? I'm learning the depth charts as I go as well. So
it's Spear.
There's nothing egregious
okay, it's still
here
Spear,
that I was about to say. There's nothing egregious here that I want to change.
No.
You can keep scrolling down, running back a little bit.
The only other one I mentioned is Tracy. I think Tracy.
Scattaboo.
Yeah, I think Tracy will start probably significantly, and I think.
There it is, one-eyed Najee.
Yeah, I think that's a fine range. I mean, I'd probably rather Najee over, but they're right next to each other anyway. So does that matter in the grand scheme of things? That's a conversation for later.
I like Williams over in Dallas just because he has a chance to be the starter.
I was about to say, wouldn't that be like a late starter right there? You could get a 10th round starting running back.
Yes.
I think he should go way up. So
I'm like, everyone's kind of high on Dallas. Like if he ends up being the starting running back and Dallas is kind of good, like everyone thinks, should that not be a smash pick?
And I think you can get a sneaky like Dak Prescott late too as a quarterback. Like you could easily just a team stack and add him to it. I would put him like right behind or right around Travis Etienne.
I'm looking at the number, like
personally, but
10th round. Really, he's a starting running back in what could be a good offense. So, like to be fair, I could put him as high as like a 8th round pick. Means you could go from 120 to like 100. So like
I'd be fine with that too.
I'd put him right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think I moved Williams right there above ETN.
Yeah. Donnie, what do you think?
That's fine with me. Yeah. But I think if he goes up for just the reason of him being the starter, Rhamondre definitely goes up above a couple of these guys.
Okay.
Well, it's not just that he's the starter. It's he's the starter, and who else did they really get to go with him? Like, they let Rico Dowdle go. They didn't have anyone else.
They don't have a whole lot.
Expecting Javonte and whatever their rookie they got is.
It's Javonte, Miles Sanders, and that Jaden Blue guy who is actually, I think, above these guys.
He looks pretty good. Like, that's the thing. I think Javonte wins it out on experience if he's healthy from his knees.
Mm-hmm.
But like the rookie looks good too, and I think it's going to be the two of them. I already know what Miles Sanders can do.
Right.
He can eat up.
Not much anymore.
That's what he can do.
Yeah.
He can cash a check. That's what he can do.
I think J.K. Dobbins is worth the discussion though because he's playing over in Denver. We just talked about Williams being at Dallas, so I do think there might be some value with Dobbins, but I definitely want to move Williams up.
I've never trusted Sean Payton with running backs. Like we always wanted him to use Kamara more, and then he left, and then they used Kamara more like 1 year, and never again.
Yeah, I guess I don't either, but I'm just noting that might be a sneaky good pick for me in an actual draft.
Well, I'll say this. I think Rhamondre at least should be next to Najee.
Agreed.
He's he's at 128. I think he should be at that 117 range. Get him about a round
move him up like one round or a little, just about a round, a little under.
Yeah, right. I think no matter how you look at it, the plan is Rhamondre is gonna be the guy on first and second down in short yardage situations. He's the goal line back.
Yeah.
See, and I like that. Like same thing. Like Sharp's gonna split with Ken Walker when they're healthy, but we also saw Charbonnet be good somewhat last year when it was his backfield.
Right.
And they both can catch the ball. Like if anything, Charbonnet's value or his workload just speaks to why I wanted to move Walker down or other people up around him. I think we spoke about running back enough though for
yes.
Yeah, that's a solid running back. Let's look at wide receiver real quick because these are the two main skills. Like we can do quarterback another day. Quarterbacks are sort of self-explanatory.
Right. If we're talking about an offense, we obviously quarterbacks follow.
Like we're looking at the skill players. Like if there's an offense, we're gonna probably just pair the quarterback with our skill players. So like let's just look at the running backs and the wide receivers. So like okay, so wide receiver.
I do think we'll have some good conversations here though.
Let me take a look. Okay, so Jefferson going number 1 overall.
No, they have
after last year. They don't put a running back number 1 overall again. Really? Like, damn. Okay, but Jefferson or not Jefferson, Chase. Sorry,
Chase.
Well, like Chase going number 1 overall. No, I don't really hate it, but I kind of want to hate it. That's what I have to say.
I don't want Chase number 1. That's for sure. Like,
is it Jefferson then? Because I'm interchangeable. I don't really care.
I trust the Chase Barrow connection more than I trust the McCarthy Justin Jefferson connection. Honestly, though.
But I'm saying, Donnie, who would be your number 1 if it's not Chase then?
I would still take Barkley.
I would just rather Barkley in that situation.
Just give me Barkley. Let everyone run on running backs, and then I'll take the best wide receiver that comes back to me, or the best 2 wide receivers that come back to me.
Yeah, I mean I 100% agree.
I think that's probably where we go unless we pick late in the draft. Well, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, if we get an early pick, I kind of want to just get my running back and then take 2 wide receivers in the second and third. Really round out the core of my team.
Hero RB, where we take 1 running back and then we wait.
It's always been good with me. I just got to make sure I don't hit that 1 dud in the first round. Mm-hmm. And right now, in my mind, I think the 2 highest possibilities to be that dud again, trying to get off running back. But I think the 2 highest possibilities to be that dud would be Genty or Bijan, where I think they go way too high for what they'll actually produce. Genty could have a solid rookie season and not be a first-round running back.
Mm-hmm. He could.
Not be a top. Yeah, like if he's the 17th best running back in the league at the end of the year, that's probably an okay rookie season, but it's not blow you out of the water.
Right.
Same thing with Bijan. If Bijan's like the 12th or 10th best, and he's going as like the 2nd or 3rd running back off the board, that's not going to be as beneficial as you think.
That's a very good point, because right now they're basically banking. They're baking in all that potential, already cashing in. So, like, even if you thought Genty was good, and I do, it's like they're not giving you him. They're not giving you him at an ADP that like allows you to pay off much upside, in my opinion.
Like you're now betting that he comes in and has just an amazing rookie running back year, which he could. Not even saying he can't. Like, that is good. He has that kind of hype on him. Not even saying he couldn't. Just not putting a lot of stock into it because, again, I can pull up. None of us had the Raiders stupidly high. Like 7 wins, I think, was what was the highest.
Yeah, I think I've always been a Pete Carroll guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was me.
I had him at 7.
No, Logan had him at 8. So it was like 7, 8, and I had him at 3.
Yeah.
So like,
I know why. I'm a culture guy. Like I really like it when coaches buy into their teams. Sometimes
and
that
yet,
works.
year 3 of Sean Payton, you're lower, where he finally has his guys, second year of his quarterback, all of his skill players. Like, now everyone should just be able to be like, run Sean Payton's offense and push on the gas. Yet you still only have him with like 6 wins.
You're right. Like, I have blind spots.
Like, you're expecting year 1 of culture to be better than year 3 or 4 of culture. That's where I don't like that bet for you. I would honestly, and I would just switch that. Like, if you just had Vegas at 6-11 and Denver at 8-9, I think that'd be more realistic in my mind.
Yeah.
Although it's kind of hard for me to have, like, I don't, like, as with every year, I don't believe Kansas City's going 15-2 until they go 14-3 and are in the Super Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
Please, God, no.
I like what they've done on offense too. Like, I like the simplicity, the known commodity that the Chiefs are. But to actually transition back to wide receiver here, to give us a bit of a ranking, a first look, if you will. Do you guys have any problem with the top 5 here? I don't.
I 100% am all in on what the top 5 is.
I'm looking at the entire first round, so like top 7, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, the only thing I might do is, like, I kind of like Nico better because I think Houston's going to have to throw more than
50. That's where I was kind of like too.
That's literally the only thing.
My thing
but
is,
that's
Nico's
a difference between 10 and 12. So, like, it's not. It's literally like one spot. But,
So
like, if you move Nico right ahead of St. Or
so
Nico
the
right
thing
ahead
is,
of St. Brown.
The thing is, the question we have to answer. The question we're answering basically is: would we rather the physical specimen or the consistency of Amon-Ra? Like, it's not like that. Literally, is a coin flip right now, in my opinion, and I don't really know. I don't think you have a wrong answer. It's just what you land on.
Look, it's an interesting dilemma because St. Brown's never played for an offensive coordinator outside of Ben Johnson. They're talking up Williams fitting the offense better because he'll run deep. But if Williams runs deep, St. Brown will be open over the middle. So, like, they really play off each other so well. But I'm with you. I think Collins will. I just think if Houston's going to win and be good or be competitive, they don't even got to win. It's going to be on Collins and CJ Stroud. So I'm okay moving him up. Do we want to do that?
That's up to you guys.
Go ahead, Donnie. You've been quiet tonight. What do you think? You break the tie.
I'm such such a definitive. I don't know what the right answer is. I really don't mind either way.
Maybe we leave it the same for now, and then we'll revisit before we draft.
My thing is the way whichever one I pick dictates how I'm going to pick in the future. Yeah, that's kind of where I'd have to be at.
If we fell just right into the draft, I think there's a chance you could get both of these guys.
Yeah, exactly. There's a chance you got both, and then you just draft the highest one that goes and hope the other one falls.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Nabers? Because he's been getting a lot of attention. Apparently, that's why Russ Wilson wanted to go there. Like, they're saying all the right things. Brian Daboll's on the hot seat, so you're probably going to get his most creative offensive year you've ever. Like, he's throwing the kitchen sink. Like, this is his make or break pay-per-view event, if you will. Like, they have to produce.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like Malik Nabers as a player. He was so electric with a team that was bad last year, and now he has Russ who likes to throw that deep ball a bit, the back shoulder fades and stuff. Like,
again, I don't really want to change that. I think that's fine.
See, the problem, we like it for very different reasons, Donnie. I think Jackson Dart is very good, and I think Jackson Dart's going to do like a Joe Burrow.
Hot seat coaches don't usually trust the rookie, though. They'll usually just let the vet go out.
Well, he might get his ass burned before he even gets a chance to have it.
Right, but that will probably be week 8, and I feel like the offense is set by then.
I'm just saying the future. I really see a Jackson Dart kind of Nabers like Chase Burrow situation. I think that's a good future.
I'm not really interested in moving any of the top 7 or so at all.
No, like now I'm looking through the second round, trying to get to where
I want Lad up.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
want
looking
Lad
at
up.
the second round. Yeah, I want Lad up. I would want Lad ahead of BTJ.
Yeah, okay, so we're both there, in my opinion.
I think Lad should be right outside the first round.
Ahead of BTJ,
yeah.
right?
Ahead of BTJ, right there behind Nico. Yeah.
I like the range that AJ and London are at.
Tyreek Hill apparently lost 20 pounds. He's claiming he'll be more agile. He'll have more, like not even faster. Like he's at least making.
You'll have to scroll down because like I don't really looking at him immediately. It's
I
like
don't like.
There's
T
not
here.
anyone I want to put. I don't want to put Tyreek below T. Like again,
I don't
really like T, but I got to see who's left to see who I want to put up.
I'd rather put Garrett Wilson above T.
I would put.
I would do that. I would move Garrett Wilson ahead of T.
I'd put all 3 of the guys behind him ahead of him. I'd put Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison.
Well, T's gonna probably have 1,000 yards if he's healthy.
That might be, but I like Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison over T. Higgins for sure.
I don't like the Cardinals' offense enough to say that I could put Marvin Harrison there. I think they're in a similar range, but
okay, yeah,
I'd rather T's consistency, and I get the Marvin Harrison ceiling.
I would put Wilson and Harrison ahead of T.
You could put Harrison ahead of T then.
Yeah,
okay. I'm not going to argue.
Like just pop both of them right ahead of T.
Yeah. But you guys would stop at because I'd put Adams ahead if it was my personal bunch.
No,
I would.
Adams that's a loaded wide receiver room. I'm not.
Number two. I like the Cincinnati offense better.
Yeah. By the way, do you buy that Terry McLaurin is like disgruntled? Apparently, he's like really upset with Washington. I feel like
I think he'll play, and I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah,
like I think that's drama that will come about next year if it doesn't fix itself.
And they're good, so I don't think
to happen. Deebo wide receiver, you make the first contract year, you get the $30 million a year deal if you ball.
Yeah, like it's just whatever.
I didn't want to mention it because it is news, but we're on the same page there.
JSN, I'm fine with that. He's
solid,
a wide receiver 1.
Yep, looking at the numbers.
Mike Evans, that's fine.
Him. Okay.
I'm
not nearly as high on Chicago, so
I would say DK above him.
I agree.
DK,
they're already right next to each other, so I would just make 41, 42, 42. Like I would definitely flip.
Just
they're already a coin flip. I like the DK part of the coin.
Yeah, I'll take the physical guy.
I hate Aaron Rodgers. I hate Pittsburgh, but I like the DK part of the coin flip between him and DJ Moore.
I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan either, but this will be a little bit of a preview for a quarterback. I think he's a really good value if he's going where he is. Like it's just too good.
JMO, Sutton. Okay. Nothing egregious. There's Worthy.
I would move up McMillan.
I honestly think that wide receiver room's so loaded. I don't know. I would move.
I think
everyone
McMillan and Sutton should be about the same. So, I might move McMillan ahead of Worthy.
I would put Worthy.
I'm also not high on the Kansas City offense.
Well, I think the offense for the Chiefs, Worthy has more opportunity than McMillan will have.
No, I don't.
How? I don't think they're going to just immediately give Worthy a whole bunch of touches when they would rather give it to Rice, who's healthy.
Rice
they just didn't have Rice all last year.
Yeah.
It was either give it to Worthy or give it to the old guys who can barely do it. Juju, Hopkins, Hollywood.
I think Worthy's going to look better this year, and they already had plays for him before.
Yeah, Kansas City will put up points. I'm not sure if he does too much more than he did last year. As long as Rice is healthy.
I'm just so high on all of the Panthers receivers.
We can move both.
Again, I think we both still agree. You move McMillan ahead of Worthy.
I'm totally in favor of that.
I think Worthy's going to have a better year, but I think the talent of McMillan's probably better. But it's whatever to me.
Again, it could just be a coin flip, but I like. I have the Carolina bias, so I'll step away.
If you want to die in the hill, Donnie, we can die because we haven't really.
It's not. I think Worthy could be a 1,000-yard guy. I really do.
I'll say this. I think McMillan will be 1,000 yards.
Well, I'll take the year 2 guy instead of the year 1 guy in a receiving room that's kind of got like a bunch of okay guys around him.
I'll go head to head with you on that. McMillan over Worthy. More yards.
I mean, that is so. I'm pretty confident if everyone plays all their games.
I'm confident right now.
Worthy
Do you
has
want
more.
me to do it or not? Don't wait.
I don't do season long, and you know that because I don't trust health. But
okay, fair enough.
I think if they both played every game, the Worthy would have more. But I don't trust health.
Let's just say this would be a fun thing to track. Like we can make a short of it.
I mean, they're both really going to be good. I think that's the problem.
We're doing a live show, Donnie. This will be saved. This will be a fun moment we can go back to.
And let's not forget, Worthy was up there with the draft last year, and he definitely has the pedigree at this point where we can trust him as a weapon.
I don't know if we can trust him. He steps out of bounds too much for me. He is Usain Bolt, though. He is fast. But
listen. Now, I would not be shocked if Worthy had a better, like a JMO-like breakout year kind of deal.
Yeah, I could see it. I don't think either one of them are bad, actually. I'd have them both ahead of Sutton if it was me.
Sutton's just too secure of a weapon. Like, he's just a guy, man.
Yeah. I'd be selling that suitcase, but I understand why you guys watch it.
You know who I do think we need to bring up? Zay Flowers.
I was just looking at him. I'm like,
this is too low for Zay Flowers.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know where to put him.
I would put him right
now.
Sutton.
This is him going right about 5th round.
Yeah, I would put him right with Sutton.
And I feel like he should go for. Yeah, I almost think you're right. Like
Sutton.
I think Flowers.
I could put him above Sutton if you want, Logan. I'll go that far.
I have the bias. I would put him right behind McMillan, but yes, that exact range.
Yeah, I'd put him behind McMillan.
Like McMillan, Worthy, Flowers, that range.
I have him above McMillan, but I have him above Worthy and McMillan.
I want you to break the tie.
I can see that. If you wanted to put it right above McMillan, I can do that.
So
right behind Sutton, right above McMillan. Zay Flowers right above McMillan.
I'm okay with that.
But you're high on Hopkins, probably, Logan, then. If you're low on or not as high as us on Flowers, then you have to think Hopkins or somebody else, Bateman.
No, yeah, I'm higher on Bateman, and I'm actually higher on like Adams and Likely being more productive than probably most people.
Andrews and Likely, you mean?
Yeah, Andrews and Likely. Sorry.
Just slight.
Thing. Lamar Jackson's just so good at spreading the ball out.
Yeah. I think Flowers right now is clearly the favorite target.
But look, yeah, I have no problem with Flowers here, and I think he's a higher upside too.
The reason for it is I think Flowers is definitively the wide receiver one, as to where we don't know where McMillan will be used in the offense yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'd rather the certainty. The awkward Travis Hunter conversation. Do we want to have that?
I was, man, Donnie, you are reading my mind. I was like, are we going to talk about that landmine right there at the end of the 5th round while I'm thinking about it?
I can't take him at this high.
I can't take him at all. I can't take him at all until I see what he's going to do.
Too. I wanted to hit the do not.
He is like, you want to pull him into the exclude players? I'm fine doing that.
We did it to Taysom Hill every year too. It's not a diss on the guy.
Someone else like a year or two ago too. Like,
yeah, it's
I'm just not drafting this guy. Like, I'm sorry.
I can't do it. I don't know. I can't trust somebody who's going to play 70 snaps potentially.
Just hit the minus? Hit the minus. Do it.
Does DraftKings give him defensive points? Like if he scores it,
it's not going to give him defensive points. It's not going to give him 6 points for a pick 6.
That's what I'm saying.
Worthless if he can't play a wide receiver.
Now, if we got the 6 points for a pick 6, I'm giving him that 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
DraftKings wants to decide that right now. That they're going to give him defensive points when
Honestly,
even if he's not the one getting the pick six, if he's on the field and he gets the defensive points plus his offensive points, I immediately change my mind. Solid 5th round pick.
I've heard of formats arguing it. I don't know where DraftKings falls. I think you guys are probably right.
I know. I did see. I did see that already. That DraftKings said he will only get scored as a wide receiver. So
okay,
that's why they put him at wide receiver. It's like okay, but like at that point, like I'm totally willing you hit the exclude button. If Donnie says it, like it kind of needs to be unanimous, all of us. It's like I'm with it. Donnie, exclude.
Yes.
Logan, it is up to you.
Yeah, I did
exclude Travis Hunter.
I did it.
Okay, so,
by the way, we can add him back here.
Of course. I don't think we need to. I don't think like not having him in my player pool is not going to hurt me this year.
I want Jennings up.
I could do that. I could 100% do that. I think he belongs above Godwin. I think he belongs above Samuel, actually. I'm not huge on Samuel. Everything I've seen, he doesn't look in shape. He doesn't look great. I would move Jauan ahead of Fat Deebo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care where he goes. I just think he needs to go up.
I would move Deebo down below Godwin at minimum.
I might move Deebo down below Judy.
Would you?
Okay, thank you. But I want to move Judy up as well. I want to move Godwin down and Judy up.
So I wasn't
going to move. Okay, so start with this. Move Deebo down below Judy.
That's exactly what I was going to do. But
start with that.
I would move him below Myers, honestly.
Yeah, below 70. Yeah, move him below Myers.
Yeah, I'd go below Olave, honestly.
Chris Olave, Jordan Addison. There's a coin flip right there.
Okay, that's fine. We'll stop there.
And I wouldn't move him at all, but I'll trust you. You guys are very.
And then
Can we move Judy up?
Jennings up there, yeah.
Can I move Judy ahead of Rome? I like Judy.
I would move him there.
Yeah, I would also do that.
Because we saw Judy had some boom or bust. Like and that's
if Cleveland offense is any good this year, it's not going to be through the run game. They'll just have an adequate one with Ford.
I would move Judy above Godwin.
Okay.
I think
that's about where I put it.
That's where I stop. Yes.
Well, because best ball, we don't have to set the roster, and like we saw him have some 40-point games last week. I think they were all
but I gotta weigh that with what can happen realistically. It's like and what I expect, and it's like okay, 3 guys, same range: Jennings, Judy, Godwin. Cleveland's definitely the worst offense of the 3. It's hard for me to put him above those guys.
And we're not doing quarterback tonight, so I'll just mention it. Like we have no idea who his quarterback is. And
can we put Myers in that range or no?
I don't think we need to.
I'm okay with that.
Half a round, I don't think it's that worth it. I mean, I might put him ahead of Odunze if you really wanted to.
I would at Myers least put him of Odunze, yes. Myers is wide receiver 1.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Or should be wide receiver 1. In
a peak
he's
wide receiver 1 with a wide receiver 1A on the team because you have Bowers.
Yeah, I gave
yes.
In my opinion, I gave you a mulligan there. I'm not putting him ahead of Chris Godwin.
I'm not putting him ahead of Godwin either.
Okay.
But
I'd leave that there.
Definitely, I think he's in this range and and it wasn't like with Deebo. I don't think he's a Deebo coin flip. I think he's at 65-ish range to coin flip.
Yeah, I agree.
The one I see is Addison. I would move Addison up.
I could move him ahead of Olave and Deebo.
Okay.
That's why I have him ahead of Rome.
Yeah, just move that. So
are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
He's still like 70, so he's still a few spots behind Myers and Odunze. But I do like Addison more than Fat. No, not ahead of
Yeah, put him down one below Odunze. Put him down below Odunze.
That should work right now. It'll put him at 70.
Well, put him at 16 at 8, but that's fine.
Yeah,
that's the same range.
Fine. We'll deal. Doesn't need to be exact.
I would definitely take the Diggs coin flip over a Samuel and Olave, but I'm not high on Samuel at all.
Damn.
If I'm gonna pick,
I guess that answers my question, but I sort of knew after looking at you guys' bias.
I'm way higher on Chris Olave than Diggs.
I'm definitely. I think he's in that range though, at that 73 range. If we're gonna pick a guy who's gonna be involved in the offense clearly, but maybe shouldn't be as involved as they are, I think Diggs is up there.
See, and I'm weird because like I'm kind of like Logan, but for a different reason, like the complete opposite reason.
What do you think?
I think both Diggs and Olave are horrible, and I am willing to like put Diggs in my exclude players column.
I think
I would put in Samuel and exclude before I put Diggs and exclude.
Or I'm sorry, did I say Samuel? I meant Olave.
You said you said
I think Diggs and Olave are close and they both sort of suck. But I would be willing to exclude Diggs. I'm not willing to exclude Deebo. If Deebo makes the roster, they were already having Jaden Daniels throw to 8 dudes a game. Like, it's fine. He'll get 4 touches a game. It'll work better in Washington. In San Fran, they relied on 3 or 4 guys. You sort of needed Deebo to have like 12 touches a game, and he couldn't take that kind of. He just couldn't take it.
I'm not high on Diggs at all. Sorry, Donnie.
Well, you had the Patriots winning a decent amount of games. Who are you high on in that problem?
Drake May.
Who is Drake May supposed to throw to?
I'm not saying he will.
The cavalcade of crap tons he's done before. Didn't you also draft 2 wide receivers this year? A new booty and I now forget the dude you had who you cut.
No. We have Jalen Polk, who might play this year, and Baker, who probably gets cut, and then Kyle Williams, who I do like Kyle Williams. He's an athlete, but that's all I know about him. He's an athlete.
He's going to spread the ball around. He's going to play a very Josh Allen-like offense.
Or he's going to play a very Josh Allen-like offense from like 4 years ago where he just peppers Diggs the whole time. And
it's going to be
maybe a Gabe Davis appears out of nowhere if the offense is half good.
This offense is going to be a lot of checkdowns.
I'm okay being wrong on Diggs. I just don't think he does not belong up, in my opinion.
That's my bias that I have to look at.
This offense will be checkdowns, and who is going to be catching the checkdowns? Diggs and Douglas, I guess, and then maybe a rookie here and there.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing, Donnie. I don't want to exclude him like Gov does, but I don't think he needs to go up at all. So you'd have to sell me on that.
I think he's gonna be a heavy target, at least early on in the season.
I forget. Did we go buy Michael Pittman?
No, he's much further down.
So Downs is the first Indy wide receiver.
Yes. Okay.
Just wanted to make sure. Which, and if that's the case, and the first Indy wide receiver you don't see until 88, like 86, like that, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, an Indy wide receiver shouldn't be taken until like the 8th, 7th.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I could put Diggs ahead of Shakir for you, Donnie, if you really twist him out.
I think I would just move him into that range. I want him up towards that 75 range more than the 80 range. Is where I'm at, kind of.
I'll put him ahead of Shakir.
I don't need to put. You can put him back behind Shakir. I just want him up higher in the ranges, so that he's not 80, he's 74.
I got you.
Because I think Shakir and Diggs belong above Samuel. Like, I want Samuel down. I don't, but you guys are fine with Samuel 71. So
I'm the highest on Samuel, but if Gov wanted to overrule me and bring him down, we could.
This is a part of the part of the fun of it.
Like, now we're getting into the minutia. Like, a lot of these guys are now, other than Downs and Pittman, who are the 1-2 on a really, really crappy
I think
team.
we should talk about Cooper Kupp, at least bring up his name. Do you think he's still effective in the Seattle offense who has Sam Darnold at quarterback?
Just be him and JSN. I don't know.
I
might end up making that job and winning it. Who knows?
I'd move him ahead of Samuel myself.
See,
I would not.
I would not. No, he doesn't belong in the 75 range. He
I would not make sure. Like, as much as I wouldn't move Cooper ahead of Olave.
Well, I figured I was the highest, so I figured if I set the bar, you and Donnie.
I think he belongs in the 80 range. Like, I think that's where he belongs. I wouldn't move him down per se, but I wouldn't move him up either. I just want to see.
I think in this range now we're getting to the point where I would talk about teams and what I truly think they're going to be. Because Because now we've gone through. There's Ayuk. We've now seen all 3 of the San Fran wide receivers. How do you actually think that ends the end of the year? Who's the number 1 wide receiver? Because they have it Jennings, Pearsall, then Ayuk going ADP.
I think Ayuk actually is really low. Oh my! Wow.
Right? Like that, like you could have that San Fran conversation. I think you could have the same thing about the Green Bay wide receivers. Who actually goes and is the number one guy? Is it going to be the rookie Golden? Is it going to be Jaden Reed? Do they use Christian Watson at all this year?
I would bring Brandon Ayuk up to about where Jauan Reed is.
I think I would just put Ayuk right next to Pearsall.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. I would move Ayuk right next to Pearsall in front of Cup. So Pearsall,
Ayuk. Let's be honest with ourselves. Do we see ourselves drafting like Jennings as high as he was going? I don't think so.
I think so. I
could see like grabbing one of these guys like late, especially if they're dropping like this. If I have like a McCaffrey Purdy team,
right. But like,
I think Jennings could be like a prime Cooper Kupp. Like his yards, his receptions could be crazy.
I do think if it's going to be a number one wide receiver, it's going to be either Jennings or Ayuk.
You have no faith that Pearsall comes and does anything year 2.
No, he might have a solid year, but I don't think it's enough to be like the number 2 on the team. Like I think if that team's clicking where 3 wide receivers get by, if Pearsall's gonna be the 3rd.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless Ayuk is just dust.
2. Yeah, I think he could be around 2-ish, but I'm not sure. I think also did we move Godwin down? I thought we did
not.
I don't think we did. No.
I think Mbuka is going to be more important than Godwin next year. But I wouldn't. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have that. But like, I'd be more prone to draft the rookie from Tampa than draft Godwin. Is what I should be saying. But I also draft a lot of rookies in best ball.
Speaking of rookies,
that's what I was doing in my dynasty, was taking a couple of these rookies.
I do think we need to move up Higgins.
I would say
like that with him getting in the I kind of agree, just because like they got rid of Diggs, you got Nico.
They don't have any Tank either.
I still don't trust Tank, even if he were there healthy.
He's going
I don't mind taking another guy.
But
as long as this isn't John Mechie the third, part 3.
Part 3 is.
I would definitely move him up where Downs is, and then I'd let you guys argue from there.
Yeah, I could see moving him like. No, I probably put him right behind Golden, but like again, same range.
So you think Golden will have more of a role, or do you think he's just more explosive? Because he's fast. Golden is.
I don't know which one of Golden or Jaden Reed actually is going to be the number 1. I honestly don't know. Like that's the thing. Green Bay's kind of got a crapshoot of wide receiver too this year, because she's got them, and then you still got the same other dudes like Watson and that behind them.
So can we put Moody down one or Mooney down one for?
I wouldn't mind. You can put Mooney below.
I'm okay with that. Give the rookies a bit of a boost.
Yeah, that's a 1-pick boost. It's not crazy. Definitely not with the guys who potentially will have number 1 reps.
I think Bigba has the best hand of all the rookies too. He does not drop passes.
In Mooney, we know we'll get a lot of targets, but he'll miss a lot of those targets. So, I
will say
I think Pittman and Mooney should be right next to each other too, like at that 97 range. But I've always been a Pittman guy.
Man, I'm okay with.
Yeah, there's nothing super egregious here for me.
So you just want me to move up
at about the same range where we were at with the running backs. Like this is guys who would go in the first 10 rounds that you would use to really fill out your team. Mm-hmm. Like if I get I don't see anyone egregious here that I definitely want to move up into that top 110 yet.
Oh, I really hope Christian Kirk doesn't end up taking the Tank Dell snaps when Dell eventually goes down.
I would move up both the rookies. I'd move up Burden and I'd move up Williams.
I wouldn't move up. I wouldn't per se move up. I think they're going in an appropriate range.
They might be. Burden is basically like apparently Ben Johnson's like St. Brown. Like he's the small guy that has like the big strong body.
I think right now at best he's wide receiver 3 though.
Yeah, true.
So even in best case scenario, he's probably wide receiver 3 in that room. And that's just not enough to push the needle for me.
I just think at this point you're going to take upside. So this is where I just want to move up.
And Kyle Williams,
you probably got your team filled out here. So like, yeah, I could see upside, but I don't know how far I want to move him up.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, Kyle Williams is I'll based off Josh McDaniels' offense, Demario Douglas is going to get a good amount of snaps and good play design for him.
True, but I guess
I think the problem with drafting right now, and it's a good problem because I think we have the edge, is Gov's favorite team and my favorite team have receiving rooms with so many question marks. Some guys who don't deserve to get cut are getting cut. So you need to be right about it. Obviously, the rookies for the Patriots won't be cut. The rookies for the Panthers won't be cut. But this is where us paying attention to our personal favorite teams is a huge edge early in the season.
Okay, can I at least move up the Raiders rookie wide receiver?
I could definitely do that, yes. I could move him above Tillman.
This guy could be like the best PPR guy we've seen in the last
I could move him right with Johnston and Brown, right in that area.
Yeah, I would move him around there, yeah.
I'd give him about a round up, a little bit under a round up, so we're ahead of the pack. I'd rather bank on what Beck could be than get what Johnston is.
I agree. Well, he just doesn't drop passes, and that offense needs someone.
Agreed.
And that's what Geno's always needed. Somebody who's just going to catch the ball for him. And Pete Carroll loves that too. So
I want to say analytically, he had the most converted wide receiver catches basically. So of all the catchable balls, he had the best rates.
That Tampa receiving room, I completely forgot about McMillan. They have such a great receiver. Their 4 receivers are set.
Well, Don, I mean, this will be a bit of a shout out for our preview shoot. Didn't you say that Baker Mayfield was going to be MVP candidate? So
yeah, but I was saying because of the wide receiver trio, I completely forgot about the 4th guy in McMillan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you're higher on this offense.
This Tampa offense is just loaded with talent.
As much as I like to clown you, I mean, you do have
he's not wrong. They got Bucky. They've got good pieces all around, and they're deep. If everyone comes back healthy,
this could be a
good playoff. Another good year out of Mike Evans. They're deep.
Yeah.
And there's nothing telling me that Mike Evans exactly will slow down. And
other than the fact that it's 11 years of this now,
outside of just being dominant, it's like the Derrick Henry
There's nothing that tells me that this is going to slow down, other than Father Time and every other metric you've ever seen.
But I got at this point, and I put
throw that out the window. Mike Evans learned from Tom Brady. He's going to play till he's 40.
My thing is, Mike Evans and Derrick Henry are such physical specimens compared to the norm.
Yeah,
I just have to bank on that right now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say scientifically, there's not many 6'6" wide receivers. If anything takes out Mike Evans, I think it will be injuries. It'll just be that nagging injury.
And if that happens, McMillan's there. The rookie's there now. If one of the two goes down and Godwin and Evans,
you're still okay. You still have weapons.
I know, Donnie. I know that quarterback discussion on Baker Mayfield, how high we draft him, will probably be our most.
I'm not going to overdraft.
I was going to say we'll wait and do that next week. Hold off. Don't give him everything right now.
It's true. We are just over an hour. I think this has been good. I want to make sure we save it.
Yeah, make sure you hit the save button. Is there any guy random receiver end of the depth chart that you're needs to be spoken about? Because I think there's
not currently, but
I
think just starting for teams really. You've only had mandatory rookie OTAs, not a lot of veterans showing up to OTAs stuff.
I have 2 names I want to bring up, but that's something we have to. I'll look for the ADP total. It's Thornton for the Raiders.
Tyquan Thornton.
Not Tyquan Thornton. It's I forget his first name. It starts with the D. It's Thornton Jr. He's at that 190 range. If you want to go down there.
Search bar somewhere. 190?
Yeah, 190-ish. And also in that Thornton same range.
Jr. Okay.
I don't know if there's another guy that the Bengals got, maybe I'm missing him, but Yoshivas is right down there at 200. Again.
Yep.
And am I missing a name for the Bengals, or is Yoshivas just going criminally low for some reason?
You are
well,
not.
like in technicality, like he's wide receiver 3, but in truthfulness, like Chase, Higgins, other Chase, Gesicki, and every other tight end, because Joe Burrow loves throwing to tight ends. And then you get to Yoshi. So, like, he's
true.
not, like, he's going about where I would expect the 7th weapon on Cincy to go.
My thing is, if one of them goes down, I'm gonna...
Again, if you're drafting for
at 200
policy to injury, yes. If you have Chase or Higgins, easily you could take Yoshi 2 rounds earlier and be fine.
Like, I would consider taking him 1 round early, about just in that range, because at 190, am I going to get more potential production than the 3rd receiver on Cincinnati that could easily jump into wide receiver 2? And we've seen him get work when that happens.
Like, looking at the other names in this range, you have free agent like Keenan Allen in this range. Like,
right.
I get you.
That's what I mean. That's what I was looking at.
I like Leggett as a late, but I'm higher on the Panthers offense.
That's the thing, like that I was saying with the Patriots and Panthers. I love Leggett, but I don't know who's going to get the work in this offense anymore.
If I don't get at least 3 rookie wide receivers in a draft, I'm going to be sad. Like, I really want Beck. If Beck is there and we draft him, I might cry on stream. So if you guys want some theatrics, that's one to look forward to. Gov, any last words for the people?
I guess next time we will get talking about tight end and our quarterback picks.
By the way, Dante Thornton was the 4th round pick. I did check. I knew he's 6'5" and was drafted in the 4th round.
This is honestly the first time I've looked at ADP doing this show. So, like, this is something I have to ponder.
Which is why I called it first look. That's honestly what I wanted it to be.
These are true first looks at the season. Like, our picks, our schedules last week. This first look at ADP. This is a true first look going into the season.
And that's honestly what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like a Disney room kind of like creative meeting. Like, 3 guys just coming together, having a creative meeting.
We need more lightsabers, more old people from Star Wars, more Marvel characters. You said it was a Disney room, right? I need Deadpool. I need everyone.
Actually, people actually want to go on Disney Plus.
I need Mickey in a Deadpool costume holding a lightsaber. Yes.
There's some really cool documentaries about how Disney started in their animation rooms and stuff, like the actual creative process. I really love a lot of those, like, behind the scenes stuff. And that's honestly what I wanted tonight. With that being said, though, we will give you a quarterback. We'll look at, tight ends and more offenses we like. Donnie, any last words for the people?
Not really. That's good for me. I'm just going to set up my personal stuff now that I've looked at it a bit.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp will be higher on my personal. I can almost guarantee it. I can't quit that guy for some reason. Good night, guys.
Multiple excluded players already. Yay.
Hunter makes sense, though, if we're being honest. Good night.